What is up, boys? Today is Monday, 29th of June, 2026, and I'm going to be walking you through how I made $653 today trading the Nasdaq. Today was very, very low probability, in my opinion. I know today we are looking like we're dumping now, but coming into market open, the bias could have been framed either bullish or bearish, and I truly wasn't too sure. So I just acted based upon what I saw, and that's how I attacked today. So anyway, quick rundown. Today is a no news Monday. As you can see on Forex Factory, there's nothing going on, right? Today is very low probability based on the fact that there is no news driver pushing price. And also Mondays are just terrible in general, not gonna lie. And also the bias wasn't very good. It wasn't very clear. So today was just, a recipe for either get in and get your winning day and get out, take one trade and be gone, or just not trade at all. So you could have done either of the three, in my opinion. So this is actually going to be fairly quick. So I started off by marking out my London high, my London low, my midnight open, my Asia low, and also any other call liquidity targets that I think may need to be taken. So like this on ES, this 15-minute high right here. Same as here, they're equal highs. And then same on Nasdaq, if I was to go to Nasdaq. So in my trade, my actual target was this previous day high that I have marked out just here, but we didn't end up getting there, and I just ended up getting out of my position because, to tell you the truth, as I said before, today was low probability and anything could happen, and I just wanted my $150 winning day. I'm now one day away from a payout on my Top Step live account. As you can see, my balance is $14,300. Also on Mondays with a Top Step account, you have a capital expansion review if you reach the profit target. So I have reached my profit target, and I didn't want to risk any more profits and falling out of that profit bracket. So that way I get my profit expansion, which should be around an extra $3,700, something like that. If you guys don't know how Top Step live accounts work, you have a reserve amount based upon your buffer that you built in your previous XFAs before being moved to live, and you unlock them in 25% increments once you reach $3,000 profit targets at a time. So once I made my first 3K on the account on Monday, at the end of today, things will be a bit better on my balance, and 25% of my reserve buffer will be added to my account, which should be about $3,700. So I didn't want to risk falling out of that bracket, so I ended up taking my 650, getting my winning day, getting the fuck out of there because, But yeah, so as you can see from the start, price came down. We swept a London low with the 9:30 candle, and we had a pretty swift rejection to the upside. You could have caught these longs if you was looking on the 30-second, as you can see here. It's a pretty good inversion setup, but I didn't want to take it purely because it was 1 minute after market open, and I don't like doing it that soon. So we ended up going to the upside. We swept London high, come back down. I ended up actually taking a short, which I got stopped out on for about $400. I then ended up seeing on ES, we respected this fair value gap here, which actually kind of gave me an indication that we weren't entirely as bearish as I thought. Respected this, but on Nasdaq, we inversed this one. And there was nothing for us to really react to here, but as soon as ES respected that, and we was quite bullish on ES, we was actually holding, I saw us inverse on the 1 minute time frame on the Nasdaq. As you can see with this box here, we inverse. I entered long here based on the candle closure. I was in drawdown slightly for about, 20 seconds maybe. So I was down about $200 in this one position, and then the next 1 minute candle happened and we ended up pushing up near my TP. So this was in how long? 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes to make $650 on this one account. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We respected the 1 minute fair value gap on ES. We inversed it on ES as well, and inversed it on the Nasdaq. So we were respecting two bullish confluences, and I ended up going long, targeting just above London high. This wasn't the most textbook A+ setup, but it was still a good setup. But the reason why it wasn't that textbook and it wasn't the best of the best setup is because we had already swept London high. So the probability that we was going to come back up and retest, it wasn't entirely, I'd say it was kind of 50-50, because we could either one, go up and manipulate that high and then go down, or we can just keep dumping and inverse the fair value gaps on ES and go down. But why I thought to go long is because we'd already taken out London low, and also there was this really prominent 15-minute high just above the just above the London high. And originally I thought maybe we'll go for previous day high, but as you can see, that's not happened, and we're dumping. So yeah, that's how I made $650 today in 4 minutes trading the Nasdaq on 29th of June 2026. Be safe out there. Today we look like we're dumping, but today is no news Monday, so just be smart, keep your wits about you, keep your stop tight, aggressive, and use your risk settings because they're there for a reason, right? Yeah, that's how I did it today. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good one. Be safe as always, don't be a degenerate, and work hard. Anyway, have a good one.